I was flying from Paris to New York in August of 1993, and I was mesmerized by this stewardess. And and after 8 hours, she came over to me and she asked me, "What, do you need water or something?" And we just started talking, and then we started hanging out a bit, and then she came to Paris I was living in Paris at the time, and she lived in Dijon, and so she came up to Paris in December of 1993. I said 1993, right? 93. So she comes up, and one morning she said, "Let me pull tarot cards," and I said, "No, thank you. Like, I don't believe in that." And she started pulling them anyways, and she puts them down, and basically in my mind I was hearing like as a baseball player, like she was hitting doubles. You know, she was like, it could have been right, could have been bullshit, right? So, you know, ooh. And then all of a sudden she pulls a card. She says, "Look, you're going on a journey far, far away, and it's going to change your life forever." And I swooped up the cards and I said, "These are shit. I'm not going fucking any place. This is just crap," right? And about a week later, my accountant called me, and it was a Friday, and she said, "I just got this brochure for Koh Samui, Thailand. My friend said it's amazing. Do you want to go?" And I was like, "Yeah." And we went to the travel agency, and we bought tickets for Koh Samui, Thailand, and we went. And the first week, we spent drinking and dancing, sitting on the beach, and then we got this like little pamphlet or brochure, and it said, "Come to the spa and rejuvenate." And so I remember this. We were on Choang Beach, which was basically desolate, and we went to Lamai Beach, which was even more desolate at the time. And we had gotten there kind of early, so we decided to get lunch. So we go into this restaurant and we get some soup on the beach, and then I had to go to the bathroom, and exiting the bathroom, I'm 5'11", right? And Thai people are shorter. And I clocked my head at full gait and had this nasty gas concussion. And I get back to the table and you know, and my accountant, my friend is like, "There's no hospital on the island. There's nothing to do. Let's just carry on, go to this place called the spa." So we go to this place, and there's a woman named Shelley, and I'm at this point in time, I'm not doing well. And she says, "What's wrong?" And I say, well, I crack my head on the door, and you know, and she said, "Let me heal you." And I said, "No, thanks. I don't believe in witchcraft." And she was like, "Come on, let me heal you." And I was like, "No." And Linda was like, Go ahead. I want to see her heal you." So she laid me down on this bench, and she starts moving her hands over my body. And all of a sudden she goes, "Okay, I found it." And she puts her hands about 5 inches, 6 inches from my head. And after about 10 minutes, sweat is beading on her lips, and I can feel like this it felt like static electricity. And it was like energy going out. That's the way I can describe it. And then after about 20 minutes, she goes, "Okay, it shut off." And I said, "What?" And I touched, and the wound was cauterized. It was just, and she was like, I was like, "What was that?" And she said, "Oh, it was Reiki healing." And then she went over my body, and she said, "Oh, you've been drinking and dancing for the past week. Like, you're really full of shit. Like, you need to clean up your act, you know, and you should come here and spend a week fasting," which was totally, you know, I lived in Paris. I was just like on this constant revolution of wine and coffee. And she said, you know, "Come to this place, the spa." And anyway, so I went there, and I learned about yoga and Buddhism and Hinduism and meditation. And the end of the story is the woman who pulled the tarot cards in Paris, who said, "You're going to go on a journey far, far away," and it's going to change your life forever was right. Because I ended up in Koh Samui, Thailand, getting hurt and then getting healed and then studying. And then when I came back to the States, you know, is when I really launched into my studies of Advaita Vedanta and the things that resonated with me. So that's when I think I went from atheist to agnostic.